Hey everyone, thanks again for joining another Slim Sports interview. As always, I am your host, JD, and joining me today is a 6-foot guard that is making her way to the Division I level, heading to Winthop next season, the NJCAA National Champion, Ronaltha Marc. How's it going, Ro?
South Georgia Tech inside Rivera. Now they kick it back to Marc. She'll put it in.
Hey, I'm good. What's up, Jay? Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. It's great to have you on here. I'm so happy to have you. You and I, we've been close friends for a while now. I've been wanting to do this. Finally, you're committed and signed. You're heading off to Winthrop after 3 years at the junior college level. 2 years at Florida Southwestern, that's where we met, and then Northwest Florida State this past season, where you guys just won a national championship. Talk to me real quick about these past 3 years at the JUCO level. What do you take away from these past 3 years most?
I really take away like the mental aspect from it. It definitely made me tougher. Like people don't really know much about JUCO and like how hard it is. It's really like you getting it out the mud. Like everybody be like the trenches. That's JUCO. You have to fight with all these talented athletes to get another offer. Like it's a hit or miss. Every day is a grind. Like every day is a grind. You have to go hard every single day. And like I take the mental aspect from it because there's good days and bad days. You're questioning whether you're good enough to go D1. Like it's really hard, but I think that it made me stronger and it prepared me for the Division I level. Like, and don't clown JUCO for sure. Like we still be putting the work in, and it's just a lot of talent on the JUCO level as well. So yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. You played alongside some incredible talent over the past 3 years, and it all started at FSW. You came in your freshman year, and right away you ended up making an impact. Second team all conference selection, 7.5 points per game, 4.6 rebounds. But then unfortunately, it seemed like during the off season, heading into your sophomore year, there started to get some friction among the team, and some stuff happened. It kind of stalled your progress that you were making, and you ended up coming off the bench, went from averaging 25 minutes to 14 minutes. There was just a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes. How did you kind of bring yourself together to fight through that adversity at FSW to keep helping your team out and to keep improving for yourself?
I would say it was the support system I had outside of the basketball program. And even within, like, the girls would encourage me, like, hey, like, you're good. Like, it's okay. Like, just keep pushing through it, like, prevail. And then I had, like, support from you and, like, the athletic administration staff, like Roy and Melissa, the academic advisor that was there during my time, the men's coach, the men's players, like, they were like, just keep your head up, keep pushing. Like, it's okay. Like, it's tough now, but, like, God has a plan for you and like he will use you. And I believe he did that for sure. And like that kind of helped me get over that mental hump that I was in. And like it just made me like really appreciate what it means to be a good person. Like when you're a good person, like things may not work out, but you do have support and love from other people. And like that helps through like the tough time. And like it was okay. Like it was just a mental battle again. Like I knew I was a good player and I am a great player at that. It's just like sometimes like life happens and like things don't go your way. So I think the support really helped me get over that hump and like not give up. So yeah.
Yeah, and that really helped keep your confidence up there. But I think what really helped your confidence out towards the end of the season a lot more was the fact that the last 2 games, the coaching staff there, Coach Gerald Ellis, the head coach, and Mariah Knox, who was the assistant coach there at the time, they saw what you were doing in those limited minutes, and they played you a lot those last 2 games, 25 plus minutes in both of those games. You had 12 points against Miami-Dade on your guys' sophomore night, and then the first round of the Region 8 state tournament, you guys played a very tough team in Chipola, and you ended up playing, I believe it was 28 minutes, had 8 points in there, a couple of rebounds, some assists, some steals, did whatever you could in order to help your team try to get that win. Talk to me real quick about those last 2 games. How did that really help your confidence heading into the offseason and then going into Northwest Florida State?
It helped a lot because I knew how good I was. I just wanted the opportunity. So when it was presented, they gave me a heads up, like, hey, we're going to need you. I was like, there's no time to pout now. Like, I might as well just give them my all. Like, you know, I never know who's watching. It's late in the season. I could pick up an offer. It states anything can happen. So, like, it just gave me the confidence, like, hey, like, they're trusting me now throughout everything. I didn't play much. They're trusting me now to go in and make an impact. And I feel like that's what I did. And, like, that gave me the confidence to go into my next program. Like, hey, I'm really a dog. Like, you give me the opportunity, I just go out and prove myself. Like, I'm going to kill. So I think that really helped me for sure. And I think just playing with the players that I had on the floor, that Chipola game was like, it was really, really cool because we went to overtime. And like, it just showed like it was us, me and two other players that came off the bench, and we just played our heart out, Aaliyah and Memphis. And like, we did all we could, but unfortunately we lost. But I think that definitely boosted our confidence. Aaliyah did extremely well this upcoming season. I think that helped her. And Memphis was able to go D1. So I think those definitely boosted my confidence to show that like, hey, I am really good and like I can go play with the best of the best, which is Northwest Florida, and from now D1. So yeah.
Yeah, and it's funny because where the Region 8 state tournament is, it's held at Northwest Florida's arena. So you kind of got a little
Yeah.
glimpse of your future there. I know during the offseason after your sophomore year, you ended up making that transition. Your time with FSW was over. You left and obviously went to Northwest Florida State. Talk to me real quick about that offseason. How did that actually happen? And what was it that brought you to Northwest Florida to be a Raider?
They wanted me. The state again, like I played Chipola, and I found a way to reach out to them after I got released and I was in the transfer portal. I hit them up and like they responded immediately, like, yeah, I remember you. I don't know if it was the gray hair or it's like my talent, but it was like, yeah, I remember you. I'm like, okay. And I was like, well, are you guys interested? And they was like, yeah, for sure. And like they were in contact every day. They made it known that they wanted me. Like usually, no, that big of a program is like, yeah, like sure, we'll need an extra body. Like, no, they wanted me. They made sure I was okay. They were talking to me, how's my mental? Am I working out? Telling me what I need to know, like how the scholarship is. Like they wanted me. They invested in me. And I was like, I was shocked because they were a top program in JUCO. Like, and I was like, wow, if they want me, I believe in myself for sure. Like I can definitely go there. And I was just hooked ever since.
Yeah, you got to be a part of a very special team this past season. You guys went 29-4 overall en route to a national championship. So much talent on this team, so many players going Division 1, including yourself now. Talk to me real quick about what really made this team so special this past season.
I would think it's like our hunger, like and like our resilience. Like every team has issues, dramas, this, that, and there. But like when we stepped on that court, we were locked in, like ain't no problems. Hey, like we here to win. We're one. Like outside of it, it doesn't matter. We're one as a team. Like we were so hungry to win and prove to everyone that we can win. Like throughout the whole year, we were like number 4, number 5. Like, and we believe we had every single piece to be number 1. And we proved that. Even when it got time for the national, we were like ranked number 8, the last bit. I'm like, we had a chip on our shoulder going in. And like we were just hungry to win. Like, and like through adversity, you see it when we play. We almost lost to South Georgia Tech, a very talented team, but like we're like, nah, like we not going out like this. Like we got down on defense. We started playing like as one, and we were just together. I think that was the big term we kept using all throughout the tournament. Together, the team that plays together wins, and I think we did that. We proved to everyone like how together we could be as a team, and like after that, everything was squashed. Like we're sisters at the end of the day. It is a sisterhood, like Duke says, and it's a big family. I think that definitely would describe us. We're hungry. We have a chip on our shoulder. Everybody has like a situation they came from, like, and Northwest believed in us, and like we were able to come out on top.
Yeah, and you did your part throughout the season. You averaged 6.7 points, 4 rebounds, shot 56.7% from the field, one of the top numbers in the state right there. That field goal percentage is a big reason why your coach trusted you, because you knew what shots to take and you made sure you made those shots. You had some great games, 15 points against Columbia State, 3 straight games of double figures there towards the end of the season, having 16 against Pensacola State, where you were just dropping buckets on them. So good job there.
That was a good game.
You guys, yeah, for sure. You guys ended up making that Region 8 tournament. You ended up playing in the first game. You guys played Chipola. You had 5 points there. And then some stuff happened. You weren't able to play in the second game, which the funny part was that was FSW, who was the second team, and then ended up losing that last game against Eastern Florida State 48-43 in a very close contest. Talk to me real quick about that Region 8 tournament. Talk to me real quick about that and that loss to Eastern Florida in the championship game. Did that motivate you guys heading into the national tournament? Like you said, having a chip on your shoulder?
It did. It did. It stung because we lost to them during the preseason. So like we were like going in like, yeah, this is the this is a state game. We definitely want to win it. And like this is one of our rivals. This is one of the best teams in the state of Florida. Like it's gonna show who's top dog. And like we lost to them early in the season. So like us coming in and trying to beat them was like the goal. And for us to lose, it was devastating. Like you seen the emotion on our faces. Everyone was pissed off. Like everyone. And like you can't be mad because Eastern Florida played a good game. But it was just like now it was like, yeah, like ain't no more losing. Like it's right now it's do or die. We had the time to lose through preseason and even states, even if we lost states, I think we got a bid, but now it's go time. We were so disappointed in ourselves. And I think that drew us closer. We got more together again. Like the next week following the practice, we were a little slow to get going, but like we all knew the agenda and we were still working at it. We got to Lubbock. Oh, we were gone. Like we were rolling. We was locked in from the hotel to warming up to, hey, everybody here on time, get y'all food. Let's go. Like, what you doing out your room? Like curfew. Like we knew what it was and we came prepared. We act like we was there before. We act like we were champions from the start. So no doubt we won.
Yeah, and you guys had a great run then. 59-51 win versus Shelton State in y'all's first game. Again, South Georgia Tech, 72-61. You ended up having 6 points in that game, played a great role there. 69-56 win versus College of Southern Idaho in the semifinals. And then Trinity Valley Community College, who actually beat Eastern Florida in the semifinals. Looked like there was going to be a rematch of the Region A state tournament, but Trinity Valley pulled that win out at the last second against them. You guys faced them in that championship game, got the win 66-63. Talk to me real quick about that championship game, the atmosphere and the emotions you guys had during and after the game.
It was, for some reason that game felt a little slow. Like we were locked in for sure. It just felt slow. Like the way we were just exchanging baskets, it was just like it was a little frustrating. But nowhere in my heart was I scared we were gonna lose. Like my faith didn't waver, and neither did anybody on the bench. Like we were all like locked in, cheering, just talking to everyone. Like, even in the huddles, everybody was trying to listen to what coach was saying, as if we're all about to get in the game. Like that's how locked in we were, and like there was no point in my heart I'm like, oh my gosh, we're gonna lose this game. Like, nah, I was just like, let's lock in. We've been playing hard all season, all tournament. Like, this is the last game. We're gonna go out with a bang. Like, we're gonna win regardless, whether it was overtime or like the knockdown three that Sakima hit. Like, I knew we were gonna win. Like, we're just that talented, and like we lost them in the preseason as well. So like another chip on our shoulder. Like, this is the game. This is what we've waited for all year. We talked about it during summer, and it's here. Why not take it? And that's what we did. We came up with the dub.
Yeah, and now you guys are national champions. You get that ring, and once they come in, you're gonna have some bling to show off. It was a great moment for you guys. There's no doubt about that. And you played alongside some incredible talent at Northwest Florida State, and even during your time at Florida Southwestern. During your 2 years there, you played alongside 9 other players that are either currently playing Division I basketball or have now signed to go D1, just like yourself. And then at Northwest Florida State, there's a lot of players still trying to find their next home at the Division I level. I'm sure there's going to be basically everyone on that team is going to be playing Division I next year. 2 of the ones that have already signed, Marissa Gassaway, she is going to Winthrop with yourself. And then Sakima Walker, 6'5", who just dominated everyone. She's going to South Carolina. That's as big as it gets when it comes to women's basketball. So some great talent there. And then I know a very good friend of yours, Patience Williams. She was just at South Florida the past 2 years and is now going to Georgia State. And then Macarena Redamales, who just got done at FSW as well. She's going to the ASUN powerhouse in FGCU, who wins the ASUN year after year. So some incredible talent that you've gotten to play alongside. Talk to me real quick about that talent. How do you feel like playing alongside these great players has gotten you better and prepared for that jump to Division I?
It's definitely prepped me. I think it showed me how hard Division I athletes are, how they play, and like the fact that I can play with them. I've played with them. I played with all those players on the floor during practice, like, and I've seen their work ethic, and I believe I can match their work ethic and like even surpass some of them. Like that's how confident I am now, and like I think JUCO has helped that, and so has them. Like they've pushed me, and like every time I see them, like we're sisters as well. That's how powerful our relationship is, and like I'm so glad to know them. Like the way they work and like the way I work, like it's like iron sharpens iron. And like I think that's what the JUCO level has taught me. Like all these talented athletes, like yes, we all have like a plan to go D1, but like we're also here as a team and like we want to get each other better. And like playing all of them definitely has helped me, prepared me for D1. So I'm so thankful to have known them and play against them and with them. So yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And you definitely got a lot of offers from the Division 1 level after this past season. Obviously, being a national champion helps. But like I said before, 6.7 points, 4 rebounds, shooting 57% from the field, that helps a ton. And coaches look at that, they see that, and you got recognized very early on. New Mexico State offered you. You had Southern Miss, Jacksonville, Bethune-Cookman, Marshall was very high interested in you, and then you ended up choosing Winthrop. Obviously, you're going to be heading there next season. What was that recruiting process like for you with so many schools hitting you up to try to get your talent to come to their program?
It was cool at first, and then it got a little hectic because it's like, okay, like now it's getting serious, and like at the end of the day, it's a business. They want you, but it's a business. Like, and I want to succeed at the next business I go, the next program I go, and so it was cool at first, and it got a little hectic. Like, I want to make the best decision for me. So to be honest, I just had to pray on it, and I was just trusting my coaches to like let me know the real, like what program would like best suit me and my talent, and like where I can grow and like even help and impact. And so I just trusted that, and like that helped me pick Winthrop, and I'm so thankful to commit there.
Yeah, and now you're going to be heading over there, playing in the Big South for a very talented program. Obviously, you're going to be going there with Marissa Gassaway, who was your teammate at Northwest Florida State. Talk to me real quick about why you chose Winthrop. What was it about their program that stuck out to you among all of the others that were recruiting you?
It was really the coach. She made it known what it was. Like their record a few years ago hasn't been the best, and like everybody wants to go to somewhere to win, but like it's not easy. And like she told me like if you come here, we're gonna change things, and like it shows how she speaks. She's more an action person. I see how she coaches. She was invested in me throughout the season. Even when I wasn't playing my best, she was like, just keep your head up. She was letting me know like it's okay to make mistakes. It's like she was there for me throughout the whole season. We had a great bond. I think that carried over when it was time to make the decision. Like I felt comfortable with her. I respected her. She respected me. She wasn't gonna sugarcoat anything. Like after games, after my bad game, she would be like, yo, why did you do this? Like criticizing as if she's my coach already. And I respected that instead of like, oh, it's okay, kiddo. Like, next game, like, no, like, let me know what's up. And like, she was just there for me. And her trusting me enough to recruit me. And then like her, like just the way she was motivating me throughout the whole situation. And just, it was just great. Her bond with me, I think really helped. I felt wanted. I wasn't like, it wasn't forced. Like, oh yeah, I need you to make a decision this time or like right now, like throughout the whole season, she wanted me. She made it known she wants me. Like she wants me. She's not letting up. So I was like, why not go where I'm wanted and loved? And so yeah, let's change things at Winthrop.
That's awesome. I'm sure you're going to do that. There's no doubt in my mind you and your teammates are going to make a very good impact for that Winthrop program next season. And you already know I'm going to be watching your games. I'm going to be supporting you all the way. I'm so proud of you. I'm so happy for you that you get to go to the Division 1 level. And I'm so happy I got to have you on here for this interview. Thank you so much, Ro, for doing this, and good luck next season.
Thanks, Jay. Bye.
Absolutely. You have a good one.